Welcome, everyone. Those of you who are joining us live on Facebook or watching after on our podcast or YouTube channel, we are so happy today to have Levana Shifman on. She is an influential figure in Israeli food tech and an advocate for animal welfare and climate change. For the last 3.5 years, she served as the CEO of Modern Agriculture Foundation, a nonprofit fostering innovation and alternative proteins. With expertise in finance and baking, she sits on several boards and lectures on food tech and sustainability. Levana holds a master's in law and bachelor's degrees in business administration and economics, political science, and sociology. She's married, lives in Modiin, and has 3 grown-up boys and a few cats. She has been an ethical vegan for more than 12 years. Let's just jump in. And my first question that I wanted to ask you was, what started your journey as a vegan and environmental advocate?
Okay, so picture this about 15 years back. I served as a city council member in Modiin, my city, and I was responsible for the environmental and sustainability issues. It was then that for the first time, I realized the connection between food, environment, and animal welfare. It was during this time that I found some shocking truth about the livestock industry. That's when it hit me. I had to make a change, and I decided to embrace veganism, and became an activist in animal welfare. Looking back, it's almost unbelievable for me to think that I spent 4 decades of my life not really questioning what was on my plate. Well, I guess better late than never, but it's really something that, when I think about it, I can't believe, like, I should have born, vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, I totally understand that feeling, but I think that we always do the best we can until we know better, and once you knew better, you made the change, so that's what matters. By the way, update, the live is working, so we are live on Facebook. I don't know what is going
Okay.
on.
And can you see how
Sometimes,
many people we have?
just a couple. I will let you know
Okay.
if anyone leaves any questions or anything. But
Okay,
my
cool.
next question for you is, what inspired you to start the Modern Agriculture Foundation?
So Modern Agriculture Foundation stands for MAF, so we can use MAF. MAF is an Israeli nonprofit that was actually founded 10 years ago, in 2014. It is the first nonprofit in the world established to promote alternative protein, with the initial goal being to reduce the use of animal-based products such as meat, milk, and eggs. I myself joined MAF, just like you introduced me earlier, about 4 years ago, when I realized that convincing people worldwide to adopt a vegan lifestyle would be challenging. So I believe that the most effective approach is to make alternative protein available and make sure that they're tasty, healthy, and affordable. So I did not, establish I was not one of the founders, but for now, I feel it's my own, and I'm very, I'm very passionate about what we're doing in MAF.
Definitely. Thank you. How does developing the alternative protein sector minimize the environmental impact of food production? And what are some of the key benefits of alternative proteins compared to traditional animal agriculture?
Wow. Well, livestock industry is responsible for 14.5% of greenhouse gas emissions, which is very similar to that of the transportation sector, and many people don't know that. Alternative proteins, such as plant-based, require fewer natural resources, like 99% less water and 93% less land compared to traditional animal agriculture. So by shifting toward alternative protein, we can decrease the demand for livestock farming and consequently reduce these emissions. Also, alternative proteins have the potential to improve food security and sustainability. They can be produced more efficiently and with less waste than traditional animal agriculture, making them a more sustainable option to deal with the growing global demand for protein. But, at the same time, it should be remembered that alt protein is still full of challenges such as price, taste, and texture, health ingredients, and scale up. We still have a lot of challenges, but we're on our way. We're on the track.
Great. That's great to hear. I think people don't realize how big of an impact factory farming has on the environment. And sometimes people will say to me, oh, well, the corn you eat, uses so much or it causes so much greenhouse gas and all this stuff. I'm like, but all that corn is actually going to feed the cows and the pigs and stuff. So like it's just bad on multiple.
Exactly, like 70% of the land is used to feed the animal that we eat. So
Right.
but people sometimes they don't want to know the truth. So this is the problem.
That is, yeah, definitely. Well, what are some of the innovative approaches or technologies that you're exploring to help further develop the alternative proteins?
I would say the most common innovative approach for producing alternative protein is the use of plant-based protein, such as soy, pea, chickpea, hummus, these proteins can be used to create meat substitutes that closely mimic the taste and the texture of real meat. Like, you have all in the States also Beyond, Impossible and everything. Other approaches are cellular agriculture, which grows animal cells in lab for meat without traditional farming. And also we have fermentation that creates protein-rich foods. And we have 3D printing, actually, that gives unique textures. So we have all kinds of, innovative technologies. But overall, these innovative approaches and technologies have the potential to significantly impact the development of alternative protein and help create a more sustainable and ethical food system. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it sounds like, from what I could tell from your website, that the idea of acting local but thinking global is part of your philosophy. How does your work in Israel contribute to the larger global movement towards sustainable and compassionate food systems?
MAF is Israeli organization, primarily operating within Israel. While we collaborate with international partners, our focus is on promoting Israeli startups in the global market. Israel is a very small market after all. So we have the innovation, we have the R&D and everything, but eventually we need to scale and to promote them in a global market. So one of the key initiatives we have in MAF is leading a community of women in food tech. Currently, our community consists of 120 leading women. We're actively seeking partnership with a similar organization worldwide to strengthen our international ties and expand our impact. So if you happen to know one of this organization, I will be very happy to hear. We're looking for collaboration. Yeah, but we definitely see the whole market. We think that, in Hebrew you say mitzion tetzeh Torah. From Zion will come out the Torah. Yeah, but but we need the whole world. We need to do international impact.
Yes, definitely. Can you share any specific examples of how Israeli ingenuity has made an impact uh, internationally?
Yeah, so as I said, Israel is known as a global innovation leader, boosting the highest number of startups per capita, with a strong focus on R&D. Israel's supportive environment has cultivated a thriving ecosystem for talented researchers and entrepreneurs. Israel stands out as a hub for alternative protein with over $1.3 billion in venture capital funding, which is the second only to the US. We have about 80 alternative protein startup. This is amazing, per capita. It's really something, to write home about, right? I can give you a few examples. If you know Olive Farm, the startup Olive Farm, they just recently received regulatory approval in the form of no question letter from the Israel's Ministry of Health for its cultivated beef manufacturing process. This is the first company to receive this kind of approval for cultivated beef. This is one thing. Another thing you might be interested, the Israeli startup Chunk Foods launched their whole cut plant-based steak at, I don't know if you know, but it's called Talk of the Town Restaurant Group's Charlie's Steakhouse in Orlando, Florida. Have you heard about it?
No, tell me more.
Okay, so they launch the first for the first time in a steakhouse it's a steakhouse chain in the States, and they have plant-based steak option. And I have to tell you that I myself tasted it, although it's not marketed in here in Israel, it's only in the States, and it tastes amazing. So if you happen to be there, you should taste it. It's amazing, really. Also, we have some other companies that launched their products in the States, like Yo Egg. You can have like a real egg Benedict, which looks the same, feels the same, tastes the same. Everything is just the same as eggs Benedict, and like a real egg.
Yeah.
And other, I can say I can give you more and more examples, but it's really amazing to see that from this small country, startups become such a big success and make a lot of impact.
That's really, really impressive. I have a little friend here saying hi.
Oh, right.
But yeah, that is very exciting, and it seems like when it's almost like a snowball effect. When one chain starts to have some kind of option, all the other ones sort of follow suit. So that's very exciting to hear. And that those things could come out of such a small country. So yeah.
Yeah, very proud of it.
Yes. Well, diversity and inclusion are mentioned as core values as well on your website. How does MAF prioritize diversity within its organization and the broader community it serves? And in what ways does diversity contribute to the success of your mission?
Okay, this is a good point. I love speaking about it. So I'll give you some facts. 30% of the food tech companies are led by women, which in high tech, only 18%. Okay. But only 4% of them are financed by venture capital funds. And only 11% of decision makers in venture capital funds are women. On the other hand, if you look at it, gender diversity in startup management is associated with higher revenues and return. And also startup founded by women are more impact oriented. So we have the all reason to promote women and give them all the skills. So that's why MAF focuses on empowering women in the food tech industry. Our community gathers industry experts, founders, CEOs, government representative, and venture capitalists. We worked to close the gender gap in the food tech industry by fostering collaboration, elevating women visibility, and offering valuable resources to nurture their skill. This is something I'm very, very proud of, this community.
Definitely, that's amazing. Um, how do you navigate the challenges and obstacles inherent in promoting alternative proteins, especially in industries and societies where traditional animal agriculture is just deeply entrenched?
So it is indeed a very big challenge. People are used to eating animal-based food and are not always aware of the huge variety of the plant-based alternatives. So our way is to encourage more and more large companies to also enter this field. In Israel, we have some big companies there, and of course in the US and everywhere. We know, for example, that milk substitutes today take about 15% of the milk drink market. And generally, we can say that good alternative protein should be introduced into restaurants so that people who define themselves as flexitarians will also try these products. Just like, I gave you an example of the junk food. If you try this, don't remember to update me, let me know how it was. At the same time, it is very important for that these products be accessible in terms of price and be tasty, and they have to be healthy, matters of ingredients. So I do have to say that we still have a long way to go. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, looking ahead, what are your hopes and goals for the future of MAF? How do you see the landscape of food production and consumption evolving in the coming years? And what role do you envision your organization playing in that transformation?
This is a big and important question. I believe that MAF plays an important role in the industry and will go on doing this. As mentioned, we have a community of leading women in food tech through which we nurture the entire food tech ecosystem. At the same time, we have a special culinary incubator in collaboration with leading chefs to improve the company's product, the startup product. We also offer engaging and informative lectures that provide an overview of the food tech industry, the opportunities it provides, and the challenges it needs to overcome. Our lectures are available in English and in Hebrew, and even in French. And they're suitable, for a wide range of audiences, including students, investors, environmental group, health organization, delegation, everything. So MAF will continue to encourage startup and promote the field in any way we can. Our plate must change and contain more plant-based products, more alternative protein, and better now than later, right?
Absolutely. Well, where can people find not only those lectures you mentioned, but where can they find you online and where can they learn more?
So our website is in English, I'm happy to say. And I recommend I highly recommend visiting my website, which is MAF for Modern Agriculture Foundation.org.il. And of course, the best way to know what's going on is follow us on LinkedIn. And the page can be found under Modern Agriculture Foundation. This would be the best way. You can also, join the how do you say, the newsletter and contact me directly and everything. But basically, the website and LinkedIn would be the best way.
Great. I will make sure to put those links where this video is posted so people can easily find that. Well, thank you so much for spending some time coming on teaching us about your organization, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much, Emma. It was such a big pleasure, and I was really enjoying it. And thank you for doing an amazing work with what you're doing. Really, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye.